Welcome to the Necromancer Starter Survival Guide for Diablo 3, patch 2.6.9 and season 21. Necromancer gets a lot of big changes this season, a bunch of push builds and speed builds and things like that, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. These videos take you from like level 1 all the way up to end game recommendations. I have a full-fledged website, and I'll try to put everything in the description as well, where you can find all these builds. It's just bloodshed.com, basically. The best way to start off any season is to save your challenge rift bag. At this point, I don't know when that is. Don't do your challenge rift bag the week of the season. It resets on a Monday, so just don't do it. That way you can open it up when the season starts. They look like this. They're great. You get all kinds of stuff. You can unlock all your professions to max. You can do a Hope of Cain upgrade when you get your cube. You can use Bluddshards and roll for Bluddshards at level 1 to get a multiplier right away. It's nice to have a little welcome package with your character, right, for the season. For Necromancer, what they did this season was they buffed the heck out of Corpse Explosion. The base spell is 1,000, close quarters is 1575, which is really awesome in itself. In addition to that, they buffed the Grasp of Essence legendary, and they doubled it. So the Corpse Gauntlets do 200% explosive damage. Pretty cool stuff indeed. What that means for the starter build is that makes it the ultimate option to go for at level 1. If you roll your Bluddshards at level 1, you have 100% chance to get Grasp of Essence if you get a legendary. Like, there's no other legendaries muddling it up, right? So I don't know if there's any, like, so if you roll for rings, there's 2 different rings, right? But if you just go for gloves, then you're going to get them if you get a legendary, obviously. This is way stronger than you think. You might be like, oh, it's a 200. Okay, it's Corpse Explosion. No, it is insanely powerful. You can see my level 24 Necromancer on the PTR, just using rando blue gear I got, not even yellow gear, right? You just walk into T1, create some corpses, and do some big booms right here. So like this. This is just with the Grasp of Essence and nothing else. Like, if you were to get them at level 1. If you don't get them, you can always make a level 1 alt and go back, right? I'm not using any Paragon or anything like that. There's no funny business around here, okay? It's just crazy powerful, scaling at a low level. When I say low level, you basically can play Corpse Explosion the whole time. It's really, really good, right? I even have the Gift of Death rune to give us more corpses. Once I get Blood Rush, I'll get Molting to get more corpses. It's just crazy to be able to hit this hard, and it's a really, really good thing for leveling and for pushing and for speeds, and I'll have all the content for you. I'll try to put it in the description, but it'll definitely be on the website. You know, I just wanted to kind of showcase the power that you have with just the gauntlets and the buffed rune. So anyway, you're rolling gloves, right? If you get the gloves, I think I would wait to get the pants later on. At level 23, you can get Golem Skin. And Poxfold is really good. It's a 550% multiplier. So like you saw, the Golem created corpses for me just there. It's great to have. So I'd probably spend and get this and then go for Golem Skin at level 23. You also get damage reduction, which Necro could always use, especially on hardcore. And then Poxfolds would be good too if you just happen to get those. You can even put one of them in the cube possibly. This is enough. This is more than enough to carry your GR20 clear all the way up until you get your set, and then you use it with your set. We have an Inarius starter build with Corpse Explosion, right? Also, right, because we do have our Challenge Rift cache, we can still do a Hope of Cain. So, you know, you're going to start out, you're going to roll your Bluddshards, get your Corpse Gloves, you're going to run to the cube. This is all like level 1, right? You're going to come back from your cube. You'll probably be like level 5 to 8 or something like that after Massacre bonusing. And you're going to take a 2-handed scythe and upgrade it, right? You can get, let me show you, a level 70 scythe. Make a level 70 scythe and upgrade it. You can get the Bloodside Blade, the Bone Spear item, Nayers, or Relena's. Relena's and Nayers would work really well with Corpse Explosion and make those Corpse Explosions even better. So obviously Nayers is a poison skill, so you would focus on leveling your all the way to 70 and then beyond with poison skills just to synergize with Nayers. And then Relena's would be a flat damage increase. Try to get max essence where you can, but while leveling, and even when you first hit 70, it might be tough. But these two would make what you just saw even crazier. And these two are also really good. You can almost use Blood-Tied Blade to create the corpses, or Bone Spear to create the corpses for you in the first place. So no matter what you get is going to be crazy strong. I'll include a starter build for Blood-Tied, Spike, Death, Berlanus, and the Gauntlets. So you have a 100% chance to get one of these. I'll include a starter build for that. So there'll be 5 starter builds. I know it sounds crazy, but at least no matter what you get, you have something to build into, and your season's basically taken care of. Necro is crazy, crazy strong because of the limited amount of scythes. So it sucks that there's only so many scythes available, but it is cool to get a start because you have 100% RNG, right? Just save your challenge rift bag, I guess, would be the only thing you can do to mess it up. Remember, if the item you upgrade with Hope of Cain is ancient, check the secondary, make sure it doesn't have reduced level requirement, because you probably would want to just wear it. Just wait till level 30 to wear it. Ancients can actually roll with -40 reduction. Non-ancients can get -30 reduction. So just keep that in mind. But when you hit 40, you're gonna head over to the blacksmith and make a 2-handed mace. I'd probably make 3 of them, and you wanna make sure that the secondary has crowd control. So this has immobilize, this has no crowd control, it's trashola, and this has fear, great. So then I would go over here and I would try to get reduced level requirement on the secondary, but you wanna leave on the crowd control. Look at all these crowd control options. So if you just leave them on there and you roll the second one, there's only 1 out of 3. You roll it, and I got 25. So rip my season. On the Demon Hunter, we got 22. On this, we got 25. I'm sure I won't get anything next season, but it's the price of the videos, right? So I can equip this 25 levels sooner than I would be able to normally, right? Which is level 45. That's pretty cool, right? To get that strong weapon early on. Again, this is all possible because of the challenge rift cache. So don't do me, leave me alone, right? Uninstall Diablo till the season starts so you don't mess it up. And don't do that. I'm gonna put a tips and tricks sheet on the screen so you have a lot of things to go off of. There's a lot of tips in here that would help you out. And yeah, I'll put it in the description of the video, but there's a lot of cool stuff like Reaper's Wraps. You can get, you can make a level 1 alt and keep rolling for those gloves. If you roll the gloves at 70, there is a lot of gloves at 70. But if you roll at level 1, there's only so many you can even get, right? So it really helps tremendously to limit the item pool for that. This is what the yellow corpse explosion build looks like. It's literally just yellow gear with Grasp of Essence, and you just jump in and start blowing stuff up. It's incredibly easy. Like I said earlier, everything's based on getting corpses because that's how we do all of our damage. Not using any Paragon, not using any legendary gems, no other multipliers that I'm actually taking advantage of, just the Grasp of Essence, right? Blood-Tied Blade, but I have no Nova on my bar, so it's irrelevant. Jump in and start creating corpses. We got Molting, Land of the Dead. We got the Golem here. Let's start with the Golem. And hopefully get those Golem pants because that would be pretty cool, right? And it's easy to keep, with Molting too, it's easy to keep up your 5-stack, or easier anyway. And those corpses create more corpses. We haven't even used Land of the Dead yet. It's like corpse after corpse. It's an elite here, so maybe I'll pop it. Maybe I'll pop it, but look, I haven't even used it yet, and I'm still able to get a lot of damage in. But it's an elite, I think I might, well, but here's the Golem. You can see, even without Land of the Dead, you're not really waiting on cooldowns too much. Really crazy powerful. Let's just pop it for fun, for the video. Right, and you have just like infinite corpses during the 10 seconds or whatever. That's pretty cool. So you can see, even without your Hope of Cain recipe, you'll be good to go. So if you technically wanted to use it for something else, you could, but I'd still recommend using it for your leveling experience, because you could get that reduced level requirement on it. Actually crazy. So I'll have 4 starters in the description. Hopefully one of them synergizes with what drops you get. The first speed build you want to get into is probably Inarius Corpse Explosion, since you might have the gauntlets, and Inarius is the Haedrig for the season. So I'll have a build for that. It's basically the same gameplay as you just create corpses and blow stuff up. Remember, things have to be affected by your Bone Storm with Inarius. So the 6-piece has like this aura, and they have to be in your aura to take that bonus damage. So if you're using like close quarters, it's perfect because you can only be close to use it. They also buffed the 4-piece of Inarius, so you'll have even more damage reduction, right? At 3% additional damage per hit instead of 2. So it's a nice little damage increase, damage reduction, I guess. The best speed builds are probably going to be Laud Mages still. We updated our guide on that. Really incredible. Laud Mages, and then you can also play Laud Corpse Explosion, which is good. Pestilence is also buffed. You can play Pestilence. There's a lot of options. Again, the website will have basically everything laid out for you guys, so you can find all that information quickly. What can you do with Necromancer? Well, you can run speed group runs with Rat still. You can wave clear currently right now with Laud Meleemancer. Meleemancer is the wave clear, it looks like. And yeah, I mean, you can do a lot of stuff. Necro is going to be in group play. It's going to be good for solo. There's some tanky build options that there never was before. It's a really good season to play Necromancer. Kind of like with DH, like there's a lot of good options for pushing. Both are amazingly solid choices, and they're the hype. They get the new sets and they get a lot of new toys to play with. So they're both the hype for the season. I'm going to be playing both the first weekend, most likely. I'm probably going to be playing both classes that first weekend just to get, I don't know, I want to play both of them and see how they perform and play on hardcore and all that stuff. I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all the support, especially the likes on the video, on Patreon, and yeah, all the YouTube and Twitch subs really mean a lot. Thank you guys so much. This is Bluddshed, and I'm out of here. Peace.